It's at River Rouge High School, and it's called Deception Fooled by a Feeling. And I play the best friend of LaVon Gracie. I'm very supportive, but it kind of in the beginning I look like a gold digger, but then towards the end you see that I'm really supportive. I just love my role. Like I get to be goofy and girly and fun.
All right. And for all those who don't know, we're I'm representing Treva Gordon's production, and Treva is from Detroit, Michigan. She's here in the city promoting her play, Deception Fooled by a Feeling. And again, Jamie, talk a little bit about your character and name some other cities you guys are going to tour.
Actually, we have performed in Clarksville. We've been to Brownsville. After this, we're going to be going to the women's prison December 6th. And I believe also we'll be in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and then just wherever God leads Treva to take it. And then also Treva's having auditions for another production that she's doing. I don't know the details of that other than the audition date. But I'm excited to see what that brings forth. But if it comes to a close, it comes to a close. But she just lets God lead her, and that's what I love about Treva. So.
Okay, now talk a little bit about the conference. We're here for a conference.
Absolutely.
Yes,
that was amazing.
Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so Treva honored some men and women in the community. She honored her dad, one of the pastor's wives here. There was just several different honorees. And then Twinkie Clark performed. It was amazing. Then last night was just part of the other cake. I'll say part of the other cake because tonight will be icing on the cake. So, but Pastor Yolanda Morgan spoke at Union Baptist Church, and just, swear to God, just moved. And lives were changed, hearts were changed. You can't come to a conference like this and you not be changed. And I can almost say, testimony-wise, a little bit, if you don't mind. Last year I came to this conference, and it just catapulted me into the different things because that's how Treva works. She's such an amazing woman. I got to do the play, and then I got to do Leading Ladies book after my testimonies in the book, and then now she has a show called The Treva Show, so we're on the radio as well. So I've been doing just so much this past year. It's just been amazing, all because one woman, God gave a woman a vision, and she's stepped out and stepped forth in that vision, and she just brings people with her. She's just such an awesome woman of God.
Now, can you open up and share your personal testimony?
My personal testimony, there's so much to it. I come from sexual abuse, physical abuse. I was in foster care. I bounced around from foster home. I got into stripping, was into drugs and alcohol for a while. Tried to commit suicide. I had 2 abortions, put a child up for adoption. Like I told you last time, it's a scroll of things, but God.
But God.
But God. Yeah. In the book, my verse is Jeremiah 1:5. For God knew me when He formed me in my mother's womb, and I'm still growing in that. Even though I'm doing these amazing things, God is turning me to take me to the next level, and I'm just learning. And the amazing people that I've met on this journey to help me, Treva as well. You're one of those people. You're such an encouragement. Oh my gosh. I read her post, and I'm so encouraged because you're just so powerful. Look, you can make heaven. I don't want to mess with that. Look, you sing Jesus. Please tell me. I want a one-way ticket up.
Oh my goodness. You are so funny. I enjoy your spirit.
Enjoy you.
That's a powerful testimony. Yeah. I know that's going to be an encouragement to a lot of people who view, consider you, and to the world.
If I could just say one thing, not cutting you off, what I want to say, within going through all that, don't give up. Don't give up. So many people get to the brink, and I have to be honest, there's been so many times my blessing was right around the corner, and I gave up, and I turned back to drugs and alcohol, or I turned to a relationship that I didn't need to be in. But don't give up, because I'm just learning, when it gets hard, that's when your blessing is just right around the corner. So just keep holding on, because we have to go through mess. We have to go through stuff to grow and to become the woman or man of God that God has called us to be. And if we don't go through that, then how do we reach the people? You know what I mean? So it's through our mess. I can't reach people that you can reach, just like you can't reach people but I can't remember. So it's just, if I had to give anybody any message, don't give up and just love people where they are.
Yes.
Love people where they are. You have not walked one step in their shoes to know why they look the way that they do, why they dress the way that they do, why they're crying every single day. Love them right where they are. Because it's just so powerful. That's such a powerful thing for me to just love people and don't have one foot in the world and one foot filled with God.
Say that. That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying? Don't do that. I've seen a lot of that, and I don't want to be that person. And I have done that. I can testify and say I have done that, and even recently. And God will say to me, "You're not that person. You're not that person." And I think that's part of the pruning process.
Yes, it is.
So you have to be pruned to go to that next level, but don't give up in the pruning process.
Amen.
You know, because look, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego went in as 3 and came out with 4.
That's right.
And they weren't burnt, but they went in the fire.
That's right.
So, but God.
Amen. What a powerful, powerful testimony.
Yeah.
Again, this is Jamie.
Yes, thank
I'm
you.
Lois. We're representing Treva Gordon's production. And come back again.